Hello Flosstube, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel and another Flosstube episode. This is Flosstube number 74 and it is Sunday, February 18th, 2024. I am so glad to be back with you today, sharing all things stitchy. If you love cross stitch or anything fiber related, you are in the right place, and I hope you will enjoy today's episode. I would like to remind everybody, if you like what you see here, please like, subscribe, share the video with your friends. I truly do appreciate it. Last time I was here, we did our 100K subscriber celebration of Flosstube episode, where I did a special live and I shared lots of giveaways, and those will all be announced in today's Flosstube episode. I have some finishes. I have lots of finishes. I have some FFOs to share with you. I have some whips. I've pulled an oldie but a goodie out. I have a new start that I'm very excited about. So we're going to jump into today's episode. I want to remind everybody that I do put links down in the description below with links to charts, floss, no, not usually floss, fabrics, anything that I can think of. So you can check that out there. And if I've missed anything, definitely drop me a note and let me know. I do put timestamps down in the description, so it makes it easy that if you want to go back and you're looking for something, hopefully you can find that information easily. So without further ado, let's jump into today's episode. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about FFOs, and I am going to give a small book of days update just to show you guys my book of days and how it's coming. I still have not replaced my washi tape here, which I need to do. You can see I have it all filled out currently. Very excited about that. So loving keeping up with it. I had January fully finished out. I also have this month. I've only so far missed 2 days stitching. One day in January where I did do a finish, but I didn't actually stitch. And then last Sunday on Super Bowl Sunday, I had to clean and prep and cook for family. And by the time the game came on and I could have probably stitched, I was exhausted. So I just sat there and talked to my daughter. So that I feel like that's really good. I just circle the day if I'm not able to actually do any stitching, but I love to kind of have this record. And if I know I have been promising, you can see I don't have March, April. I don't really have that much filled out or decorated. I am going to be filming a decorating video. I'm not exactly sure when that will be up. It will be February. I just don't know when I'm going to do that. So stay tuned for that. And it's going to be a fun video where I share how I decorate my book of days. And I did record, I believe, the cover. I just haven't. It's going to be part of the decorated video, which I absolutely love. I kind of am digging this a lot. Okay, so FFOs. I do not have the chart out currently. I want to thank everyone who joined me for the Primrose Cottage Valentine's Quaker Friendship Stitch Along. My friends Lori Craig, Karen Bartholomew, Heather Nichols, and Shari Moss. All we did this SAL for 3 weeks, and then I did a finishing tutorial sharing how I make pillows. It's a new technique. You can see that I stitched up the back. If you haven't watched that video, I am going to be linking it right here. And the great thing about this particular technique is there's no stitching down here. We're stitching right here, but we're not cutting holes. So if you haven't checked out that video, I encourage you to do so. I have to say, I love how my pillows turned out so much. And I did the winter Quaker like this as well. I actually am going to pull it in here because I still have it out. I'm getting ready to put it away. But I actually redid this pillow, and I talked about this in this finishing tutorial, and I am so much happier with it than sewing it up here on the edge. I did sew the rickrack in. I share with you guys a technique for doing that where you're not having to go around the corners. So if you're interested, please check out that finishing tutorial. And again, that was linked up in the corner as well as down in the description. This is stitched, the Winter Quaker, 36 count milk and honey. The kind of, I guess, standard based on what the pattern is charted, is blush fabric, like a light pink fabric, but I stitched on 40 count blush by Zweigart, and I believe the called for was 28 or 32. I can't remember. And like I said, I didn't get the chart out. And then this is 36 red velvet by Color and Cotton. So again, 36 count red velvet by Color and Cotton, and 40 count blush Zweigart. So in addition to these two pillows, I did have a bonus in the video where I showed the finishing, and that was how to make a little scissor fob. And here you can see it's on my Kohana scissors. I stitched this motif from the chart, and I stitched this on the 36 count fabric, and then I also stitched the love motif, and then I took corner motifs and border. I feel like I did anyway. Where did I take those from? It's hard telling. I charted it out. I just took pieces, I guess is what I want to say, of this chart, and I used it to make the scissor fob two-sided. I made my own cording, and I shared how I made this. I have to say, you guys, I'm digging this so much. I love it, love it, love it. I am going to be sharing another tutorial that's going to share how I attach the cording and all of that for another scissor fob. So stay tuned, because it is really a super fun little project and gift, and just a little fun bonus if you want to pull little motifs out. I haven't added any pins to this one yet. I did have some pins from my stash from Just Another Button Company that I tucked into this one though. So again, these are my FFOs since last time, and I absolutely love them. I do love making pillows. Okay, finishes. I have tons and tons to share with you. I was on a freebie chart finishing or stitching frenzy these last 2 weeks. I stitched the Be Mine anniversary token from Hands On Design. This is a free chart. I do have the link to it down below. It's from 2016. And this is, let me find my information. Here is my stitch. Now mine is tiny. Kathy, I think, exclusively stitches on 32 count fabric, and the called for was 32 count Glastonbury Tour by Fabrics by Stephanie. I think I even have this color, but I think I have it in 36 or 40. And so I actually picked a gray from my stash. This is 36 count Spooky Ookie by Wabi Sabi Fabrics, which I know is, the name obviously says Halloween, but I say Valentine's Day. But I love it. I don't know that I used the called for floss. Let me look and see. Pretty sure I did not. I have zero idea what I used. If I find that, I will put it down below. I kind of forgot that I didn't use the called for. It's just 2 colors of floss. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't, but I will double check. Now, it's tiny. You can see that it's tiny. I have a couple of ideas for this. I haven't decided yet. because I may have stitched it in the wrong direction for what I wanted to do. We shall see. How about that? I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to finish it quite yet. I even think it would make a cute scissor fob. It would obviously be a little bit bigger scissor fob than this, but not that much. So I think that that would be kind of precious as well. This is one that I may not finish this year, and I'm okay with that just because I'm not exactly sure how I would finish it. I stitched this in one evening, super, super quick. So that is finish number 1. Number 2 is the Love You Too anniversary token from Hands On Design. This was last year's, the 2023 anniversary token. And here is my stitch. And I'm sure that it's not going to surprise anybody that I picked 40 count blush Zweigart to stitch this on. I did use the called for floss. I believe it's all DMC. Yes, it is. And I didn't stitch the little bonus, whatchamacallit here, on perforated paper. I do have perforated paper and I thought about it, but I actually opted to just, I don't think I'm going to. I have pulled out finishing fabrics, trims, and stuff for all of the other finishes that I'm going to share here. And that my plan is to share these in next week's Flosstube episode finished. So again, the sample was stitched on 32 count antique white. I picked blush. I think it'll be super pretty like that. Called for floss, but mine is on 40, so my pillow is going to be a little bit smaller, and I love it. Now, also, on this same piece of fabric, I decided to stitch Love is Kind, which was the 2019. And I am going to make mine into a heart. I did stitch mine on the 40 count blush fabric. Yes. Did I just stitch everything right here? Sure did. Didn't make a whole lot of effort. Is what I'm saying. But I am going to turn this into a heart. Mine again, 40 count blush, Zweigart linen. So mine is tinier, but I think that's okay. I have some fabrics pulled for it. I did use the called for floss colors, which are Gentle Arts, Wood Rose, and Geranium. So I'm excited to finish these two guys up. And here you can kind of see them both. I'm kind of working my way through these. I had such good intentions last year of stitching on these, and I didn't get any of them done. So I'm very excited to stitch them this year. Okay, next up, we have the Love You, which was the 2021 anniversary token from Kathy. And I stitched mine, again, this won't be a big surprise, on red velvet, color and cotton 36 count. This is what I stitched my Valentine's Quaker on. I love it. Now, I know I didn't use the called for this either. I actually used Weeks Dye Works Grits and Classic Color Works Black Coffee for mine. I do have my fabric pulled to make this a pillow. Look how cute these look together, you guys. I'm going to do a whole red and white bowl. I'm very, very excited. And then obviously my pinks are all going to go together. So I'm going to have like a pinks display. I'm going to have a reds display. All of the things. So this was the Love You from our anniversary token from Hands On Design. Now, keeping with my same thing, my next start and finish is You've Got the Love by Hello from Liz Matthews. Now, if you are in her Patreon or have been since last year, this was a free chart, and you might be saying, hey, this looks familiar. I think I've seen this. Well, it is coming out at market. So I can't show you my chart because I can't find my cover sheet. I just have the chart. It is the Love Arrow, which I did stitch in grits on this color and cotton, 36 count. Is it not amazing? Oh, 1/2. I should have probably been telling you. Everything I've showed you so far is 1/2. And the Love, Love, Love that's framed and also in the heart shape, I am going to be stitching that probably next year. I've kind of finished up a lot of my Valentine stitching for this season, I think. I may have a couple more things left, but I love the other piece. I love to love, right? I like the other one as well. So I will be stitching both of those, but I love this chart. Definitely pre-order. We're going to talk pre-orders here in a little bit if you're interested, because I think it's fantastic. I will be turning mine into a pillow because look how cute these all, oops, I need to take this off the screen. Look how cute. I know it's upside down. These are all going to look together. Oh my word, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay. So, yes, I just kind of stitch wherever. It's all good. Here's what I have left. I try to use up as much of my fabric, or not use up, so that I have plenty left. So I'm just going to cut, and I'll have a couple of little pillows. And still plenty of this amazing fabric left to do other things on. And that is it for my finishes this week, although I think that's pretty good. So I have a couple of whips this week, and actually the first one is a new start. Yeah, we're going to do the new start first. So for my first new start, I kind of mentioned that I am moving away from my Valentine stitching, going into spring, and I pulled 2 new charts for spring. This is one of the 2. I'll talk about the other one when I get it started. Plus, I do have some previous, like some older whips that I'm planning on working on. And when those are done, then I will start something new. That's my rule to myself. But we're going to be, or I am stitching, not we. I am stitching Blooming Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. Well, if you want to join on in. But one of the things that I was asked about the most when I asked you guys, what finishes would you like to see? When I shared my finishing tutorial for these, and it was a live premiere, and I asked in the chat what you guys wanted to see, overwhelming was drum finishing. So because I did my Big Hearted Tiny Town into a drum, I am stitching Blooming Tiny Town, and it will be a drum as well. Now, because it's going to be a drum, I do love stitching on 36 and 40 an awful lot because I love stitching with one strand. However, see these words Tiny Town? These are charted on, I believe they're charted for 32. Yes. And I did stitch my Big Hearted on 32. And I think if I stitched it on 36 or 40, it would be the even tinier Tiny Town. So I did choose a 32 count fabric because I like the size of that finish. In fact, I'm going to go grab it real quick. Okay, so I want to show, whoops, before I show my stitching, this is the Big Hearted Tiny Town that I showed a couple of Flosstubes ago. And you can see the size is fantastic. It really is. So I'm sticking with 32 count fabric. This is 32 count Lagoon by Fiber on a Whim. I am a Fiber on a Whim girl. Have you seen the new colors coming out? Ooh, I want them. Sapphire and Malachite, I think. But this is how much I've stitched a lot. This is half. Right here is half. I have been a little stitching fool. I had a fun Zoom stitch night with friends. I worked on quite a bit of this. I also had stitched quite a bit prior to that, but it is stitching up so easily. In fact, you guys, easier than this. This is 32 count Lugana. I think I prefer linen. Well, I know I prefer linen, but I think that's It's part of it. And I do love, love, love Fiber on a Whim linen. So when I was considering this, Big Hearted Tiny Town, the sample was stitched on, I think, Vintage Country Mocha. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. But I stitched mine on a pink splash Lugana, which I loved. I love the pink and red on pink. Shocker, right? Shocker, everyone, that I like pink and red. When I was contemplating what I wanted to start this Blooming Tiny Town on, I knew I didn't want to stitch it on a neutral. I love neutrals, but I am into the colored linen right now. And I thought maybe greens, maybe mint. I will be honest, I kind of bought several different linens and picked the one I like the best. What's funny is it was between this one and another one, and then I picked a couple more. All colors I like, and I'm sure I'll use. But this was my first choice, and this was the one I liked. Of course, I had to order it, so I wasn't exactly sure, and I didn't want to have I didn't want to pick wrong and then be mad, so I picked several. But this color is gorgeous. Again, it's Lagoon by Fiber on a Whim, and I think that it looks beautiful on this. Absolutely beautiful. I love it on the blue fabric. I think it's going to be super fun. And I'm going to finish it into a drum and have a drum tutorial for you guys. So this is my spring stitch Blooming Tiny Town. And since I'm halfway done, it may not be too long till the second one, or my drum finish tutorial. The other thing I've worked on, well, the only other thing I'll tell you about, I have secret stitching going on, is the Hands-On Design Season 2, A Year of Celebration Continues. Now, you may remember this from my whip parade, and I am so close to being done. In fact, I'm a little embarrassed that I don't have it done. So I decided the other evening to pull it out and see what I could get done. And you might remember I had November left to finish, which November is finished now. This stitched up so fast. I was like, girl, what you doing here? So I finished November, and then June didn't have anything done on it, and I have stitched all of this super quickly as well. So I should have this one done this evening, and then I'm going to take this to the framer. This piece will be all done. So hopefully I'll have this to share with you in next week's video. That's the plan anyway. I'm hoping to have it done up this evening. This is stitched on 25 count Prim Lugana using 2 strands over 2. Oh, also Blooming Tiny Town is 2 strands over 2. All of the called for classic color works and Weeks Dye Works. This is all classic color works. It's Kimberly's color conversion from the Stitch Along with Fat Quarter Shop. So I have been using that. And really, if I was starting this now, I probably would have stitched it on 32 or 36. But I love it. That's okay. It's part of my story. This was one of those big projects, and I'm really excited to have this done and have it framed. I think it's going to be so, so, so pretty. I love that I stitched it all together too. What do you guys think? Have you stitched this? Let me know. I know a ton of you have stitched this or stitched them separately or together. A lot of you are already done, but I'm very excited to have this one finished up. And that is it for my stitching. Okay, I have some stitchy mail to share. First, I have an awesome gift from my friend Shari. I am going to link right here to Shari's channel. Shari has several Flosstube episodes up, and I want to share those. Look at this awesome card. It has stitching on it. I love it. Thank you, Shari. She sent this awesome bar of herbal lotion beeswax lip balm in Cool Mint Vanilla. And then Shari made this. You guys, look at this adorable little thread bed. I absolutely love it. Shari, thank you. Look at the cute little decorative stitch she put on here. It is absolutely precious and adorable, and I love it. So thank you so much, my friend. She also sent me the latest Little House Needleworks Sheep Virtues. And she's been sending me these as she stitches them. And I have them all kitted up. And once season 2, A Year of Celebration finishes, I am stitching these and I am stitching mine all together. So I'll share more about that soon because that will be another ongoing project, very, very similar to the season 2. Also, my sweet friend Vicky of Decorative Sewing Pens sent me a lovely card. And I feel like back in December, she shared these pens. And they had sold out by the time I saw the post on Instagram. And I just thought, I asked her if she'd bring them back, would be bringing them back in 2024 holiday. And she said yes. And I was like, yay, you know, obviously I'll watch for them. I'll get them this year. She sent me some. You guys, look at these. They're gingerbread decorative pens. How adorable are these? I love them. Vicky, thank you. And you guys, she sent 2. So today I will be giving away 1 set of these. Vicky, you are amazing. Thank you. I love your pens. You guys, I have linked to her shop down below. Please shop with her. She is absolutely amazing. All right. Then my friend Jana, she also sent this chart here, the Autumn Quilt from Primrose Cottage, to be used as a giveaway. This is going to be included in a giveaway set today. Thank you, Jana. And then the last bit of stitchy mail I got is the Signs of Christmas from Crazy Annie Stitchin'. This is a 12-month series designed by Annie B's folk art for Crazy Annie Stitchin'. And each month they send a chart to me and one for me to give away. It's the Little Elves Toy Emporium. You guys, how sweet is this? So cute. Even if you would just want to pull little pieces out to make little ornaments, the cutest little sign. I think this is absolutely precious. If you remember in last week's 2 weeks ago, Flosstube, when I shared Chantal's new stand, I think several of these would be darling, like hung together, like maybe 3, and on those stand. How adorable would that be? Anyway, thank you so, so much. And one of these will be included in this week's giveaway as well. Okay, let's do some haul. I don't have a ton of haul either this week. I got my Floss Fix from Fat Quarter Shop. I am part of their Floss Fix Club where I get the classic Colorworks colors. They are doing it alphabetically. Look at Cupid. I like that color. I actually like all the colors. So this is this month's Floss Fix, or the latest Floss Fix. I don't know. What month was this? This is February. Here's the colors you get in it. So I will be adding those to my stash. I also got all of my February clubs from Color and Cotton. I get the 10 colors, plus I get the primitive neutrals. Here are those 3, or those 15. I can count. All of my colors. Look how pretty that is for spring. Beautiful. I'll be adding those to my stash. I also get the Color and Cotton Fabric Club. I get the 36 count linen. I get the neutral and the color. The neutral this month is Hay Bale Medium. And again, this is 36 count. Look at this color. It is so pretty. Again, that's hay, and it does look like hay bale. I love it. And then I also get the colorful one, and I am here for this one too. This is 36 count spearmint. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is just the most beautiful green color. I love it. So those were my February club fabrics I received from Color and Cotton. I mentioned earlier that I am in Liz Matthews' Patreon, and this is the February Patreon, so it will be released at some point late this year or next. But it's the Stitcher's Glossary. It's 4 cross-stitch patterns, and I think these are so cute. How cute would this be to make your own little needle book? Or just little signs, tags, all kinds of things. Absolutely darling. Just thought this was really clever. Liz comes up with some really clever things like this. So again, this is part of her Patreon. If you join, you will have access to it. You do have access to the monthly chart for a month at a time before it goes away. And then obviously you can purchase it at a later date, like the love that I shared. That was, I believe, last year's Valentine chart. All right. All right, we have giveaway winners. So I have giveaways from Flosstube 72 and 73. 73 was the 100K giveaway, but let's do 72 first. And let me see. Hi. Let me find everything because I'm sure they're all the way down here. All right. So the Chicken Club set of 5 charts goes to Pat Fortner. If that is your comment, please email me at the email address listed down in the description below, and I will get these mailed out to you. I will be working on giveaways Monday and Tuesday of this week. So, Pat Fortner, the winner of, hold on, I believe it's 6 stackable charts. That is Julie Lewis. Julie, if that is your comment, please email me at the email down in the description to claim your prize. Okay. We have our Simply Signs. This is 3 charts. This goes to Carol Omer. Carol, if that is your comment, please email me. Then I had a couple of fun Easter charts. The Easter charts go to Ogie Stitches. Sorry, that's huge. I don't know what I did wrong, but that's okay. And then I have the Snowman charts and also some Mint Lugana. Yep. I believe it's Picture This Plus. Yep, it is. And this goes to... Did I lose it? Rosemary Dennis. So Rosemary, if that was your comment, you are the winner of this. Congratulations. Okay, I am going to do the giveaways for Flosstube 73, my 100K giveaway. I do want to mention that I have some giveaways from previous Flosstubes that I've posted about a couple of places that still have not been claimed. If you leave a comment wanting to win a prize, could you please come back and check? Those will be offered. If I don't hear from you, please go back and check. I'm not going to list them again today. I have too many other things. But could you please go back and check? I would love to get those out of here and out of the way and onto a home that wants them. So if I do not hear from any of those previous winners by next Flosstube episode, I will offer those up again. Thank you for my TED Talk. Okay, I have 17 giveaways. We're going to run through them quick. I am not going to open up every Ziploc bag and zippered bag and show everything in it. You'll need to go back to last week's episode if you don't remember, but I will put the winner, kind of just show you it, put the winner up on the screen and email me if you won so I can get those on their way to you. So the first winner of the Halloween bundle from my 100K giveaway is EMG Crafter. If that is your comment, please email me at the email down below. I had another Halloween giveaway. It's all in this gift bag, or oh my gosh, zippered bag here. The winner of number 2 is Melissa Cash. Melissa, please email me with your mailing address. Okay, the winner of the Valentine gift bag and goodies inside is Rebecca Heimbaugh. Rebecca, please email me. The winner of the Lori Holt bag chart and another chart from Fat Quarter Shop is Carolyn Newman. Carolyn, congratulations. Please email me. Okay, number 5. This was kind of a patriotic bag of goodies. This goes to Patty Gerard. Congratulations, Patty. This is a bag, I feel like it's snowman related. This goes to Whitney Labby. Whitney, if that is your comment, please email me with your mailing address. And this is what I call the elegant. So some Judy or JBW Designs, Judy Whitman, a hoop. This goes to Sandy Dornbush. Congratulations, Sandy. Please email me. Okay, number 8 was a Primrose Cottage bundle. This goes to Sassy Stacy. Congratulations, Stacy. Please email me with your mailing address. Number 9 was the Winds of Autumn book from Blackbird that I accidentally bought 2 of. Tamra Pierce. Congratulations, Tamra. We have a Lori Holt bundle bag, charts, floss, all of the good stuff, right? This goes to Jan Brandt. Congratulations, Jan. Then we have the magnifier and all of the goodies that go with this. This goes to Susan Cumpston. Congratulations, Susan. Then we have another Primrose Cottage mug. Do not remember what is in here. Oh yeah, it's like a sewing bundle. Oh yeah, my Solace thread fed with needle and thread is this, and it has all kinds of good stuff. Whoops. Yes. Lori Barksdale. Congratulations, Lori. Okay, the Friend Stitch box. Everything included from this. This goes to Diane Brinkmeyer. Congratulations, Diane. The Jolly box that I had given away previously was unclaimed. I offered it again. It only is missing the zipper charm. This goes to the Dirt Ranch, Jeff Colvin. Congratulations. Please email me at the email down below to claim your prize. 15, the last 3 are sewing related lots. This goes to Nettie. Congratulations. If that is your comment, please email me. I also want to mention that I'm sending everything in a fun Cecilia Sampler tote bag. For these last 3, you each get one. This lot of fabric charts, goodies, all the sewing things goes to Candace Burns. Congratulations, Candace. And finally, we have the last giveaway from my 100K giveaway. This goes to P. Happy. Congratulations. Everybody, please email me at the email down in the description below. Email me your mailing address. Tell me what you've won. And I will get those all mailed out to you. Would love to get all of those mailed out here earliest this week. If you would email me right away, I would appreciate it. But if you're not watching this till later, no worries. I will give you guys plenty of time to get me that information. Okay, let's do this week's giveaways. And then I want to talk about Nashville Needlework Market. Okay, for my giveaways, please like the video. Please be a subscriber of my channel. That's important. If you're asking for giveaways from any channel, not just mine, please make sure you're subscribed to that channel and support that content creator. It really helps the entire stitching community, and I know everyone appreciates it so much. Make sure you write the keyword. I will have a keyword that shows here across the screen. You can put in as many of the keywords as you want. You can be creative with your comment, or feel free to just write the keywords. That's fine too. I do use the random comment picker to choose the winners. So I literally just put the keyword in and it tells me, how many of you are interested. And then it just spits out a random name and I put it up on the screen. So that is how that works. All of these are physical giveaways today. So make sure you are a U.S. Resident only, please, for today's giveaways. Okay, so for my first giveaway, I am giving away these awesome decorative pins from Vicki at the Cherry Chick Biz. Thank you so much, Vicki, for sending an extra. Please use the keyword gingerbread if you would love these adorable decorative pins. You could use as many as you want, share them with your stitching buddies, but they are going to be fantastic for your gingerbread finishes. And thank you, Vicki. I'm so excited. So use the word gingerbread. Next, last week, or 2 weeks ago, I keep saying last week, I shared these pins from Maria shop, and she has a shop on Etsy, and I did share that last week, but she sent an extra set. You guys, these are mine. Yours are still all wrapped up. She sent an extra set to give away. I believe it's the same as this. Maybe I should have taken it out and looked. It feels like it. But she sent an extra set. So use the keyword hearts and you will win this. Okay, thank you so much, Maria. Next, I don't have my candy cane biscornu up here, but if you remember my candy cane biscornu, this was a limited edition floss from Cottage Garden Threads. They are located in Australia. And so when they brought this back, limited only, it was kind of it's very close to the one that was used in the Jingle Ball Biscornu class from the Blue Flower. Maybe not exact. It had a little bit maybe more bleed of a tannish, the color into the white, but it's beautiful. And I bought quite a bit. I bought some for friends, and then I bought some extras for giveaways. So I have 2 opportunities to win this. If you wanted this floss and you only wanted 1 or 2 and you didn't want to pay the shipping, I have 2 that I would like to share with you guys. Use the keywords candy cane, and I will pick 2 of you to send this fun floss to. That was my long story for that. Sorry. And then I have a couple of primrose charts. I ended up with 2 of this one, so I want to give this away. And then Janice sent this one for a giveaway. I'm going to give both of these. Use the word primrose in your comment, and you will win both of these charts. And finally, from Crazy Annie's Stitchin', we have the Toy Emporium, the Little Elves Toy Emporium. Use the word Emporium if you would like this chart. It's absolutely adorable. Adorable. Thank you so much to Crazy Annie's Stitching for donating that. Okay, just a reminder, please leave your comments for the giveaways by February 28th, 2024 at 8 a.m. Central Time to be considered for these giveaways. I will announce the winners in a Flosstube episode after that. I have had quite a few questions like, when are you posting the winners? I post the Flosstube winners during Flosstube, whatever that next episode is. So always just stay tuned for that. I try to put a timestamp in the description if you want to check that out and see if you have ever won. Okay, so what I want to talk about next is Nashville Needlework Market. That is a market that is for the industry shops and store owners to go. It's a wholesale market. It is not for the public. I get that question all of the time, but you may be seeing your favorite charts pop up from your designers. And I know in our last live Flosstube episode, one of the questions asked was, where do you pre-order? So if you're interested in pre-ordering your favorite charts that you're seeing from your favorite designers, I have a solution for you guys. So I actually had not ordered anything. I did order the new Springtime Brenda Gervais charts. I think I ordered them from Kitten Stitcher. I don't think I have them yet. I think they're on their way to me. Maybe they're in my mailbox. I haven't been down there for a couple days. Anywho, that's a long story. I did get those, but that's not really Nashville market release. I had kind of held off. I wanted to see what was released. Trying to be I know everyone has heard this word, intentional this year. And I kind of knew whose charts I was most excited about seeing and all of that, and what I wanted to purchase. So I have pre-ordered a few things, but I ordered them from Chantal's 141 Design. And I want to take you through that here on the screen and show you. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share and I am going to show you Chantal's website. So let me pull this up nice and big. And I want to show kind of when you open up Chantal's website, what I love. Now, you obviously can purchase from anywhere that you are interested in. But what I love about Chantal is that when you open up her website, she has this big banner and it says Nashville Market 2024 pre-orders, which is fantastic. So I'm going to click on this. And when you click on it, it takes you to her pre-order page, which you can get at most places. What I love though, and I told her this, she has it broken down by the designer she has pre-orders for. And if you don't see something that you're interested in, please feel free to reach out to her and see if that's something she can get. So, for example, her own pre-order, she's got the perpetual paddles that she has for hands-on design, the folk paddle, which you might remember from the Folk Seasons series that I did the autumn from the Pep Rally Retreat, her Lewis board, which she, I think this is the board for the Sweet Wings Studio piece. She has the everything board that she did her Teresa Kogut on. These are going to work for anything though, you guys. And then Snapshot, which was another hands-on design piece, but also will work for many, many things. So those are a couple of her things. And then obviously Kathy of Hands-On Design. I ordered everything that I don't already have. I will say I was gifted Liberty Pennies. I have started this and it will be finished. So if you haven't ordered this yet, I guess it's not secret now, but I'm not going to share it quite yet till it's available, but you could pre-order. But I pre-ordered everything else. The Spring Folk, for example, of the Hands-On Design chart. This is going to swap right out on my board and I cannot wait to stitch this. So very excited about all of Kathy's new designs. Obviously, here's Teresa Kogut, all of Teresa's designs. So you can just really pick and choose your favorite designers here and what you like. Yes, it is the Sweet Wing Studio. Here's that stitch right there. She's got Annie B's, Primrose Cottage, Hello from Liz Matthews. Remember, I was just showing you. Liz has beautiful new things, but here is that love chart. So if you love the look of this and you're like, oh, I like that. And look at how different it looks in different colors. Isn't that amazing? That is the chart that is from October House Fiber Arts, Pansy Patch, Finally a Farm Girl, Luminous Fiber Arts, the Nebby Needle. She has tons here. The Proper Stitcher, Heartstring Samplery, Heart in Hand. Oh, you can bet I got myself the Frosty Tiny Town. It may be out of stock, pre-ordered from Chantal. You'll have to reach out and ask in case you see something sold out. Some pre-orders were due already and she had to put her order in. She might be able to get more at market though to bring back and share. Now, the reason I am mentioning all of this, do you see here on the pre-order page, for her pre-orders, you can pile up your pre-orders and you will get free shipping. It is NASH, N-A-S-H 24. I think this is amazing. I don't know that I have seen free shipping very many places for the Nashville Needle Market charts. And I just wanted to let you guys know that because if you are interested and you want to save a little bit of shipping money, this is a great opportunity. So thank you to Chantal for that. And again, use NASH, N-A-S-H 24 when you are purchasing. Okay, so I'm going to actually take that down. And I hope that kind of helps. I'm super excited. I ordered the Frosty Tiny Town and Frill. I ordered a couple of Primrose Cottage. I ordered Kathy's. I have a couple things from other places. I have some of Liz's from Hello from Liz Matthews because I'm in her Patreon. And, I may add to that, but that's kind of where I'm at so far. Like I said, I'm trying to be intentional. I know that word has been probably overused, but with my purchases, but that's kind of what I am looking at. I hope if you're interested in pre-ordering anything and saving a little bit of money, definitely check out 141 Design. And I guess that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will have a video next week. We'll be sharing like kind of the finishing up of February stitching and really moving full into spring stitching. So stay tuned for that. And I guess that is all I have for you this week. I hope you have a wonderful stitchy week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new Flosstube stitching or quilting video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.